Queen of the Ring begins by showing the for the fashion show, where a male manager is seen selecting 4 girls who will be in charge of welcoming invited guests. The man seemed satisfied when he selected the first 3 girls who really fit the criteria he wanted. However, when selecting the last girl named Nan Hee, the man even felt annoyed that Nan Hee did not meet the criteria at all and still forced herself to apply for the job. One of the manager's subordinates suddenly told him that they were short on staff backstage. Without thinking, the manager immediately asked Nan Hee to do backstage work. Even though it's not according to her wishes, Nan Hee is forced to do physical work such as nailing plywood, which will be used as the stage background. Meanwhile, on the other hand, a young man named Park Se-gun attended a fashion show with his friend. Se-gun and his friend seemed enthusiastic to watch the female models walk the catwalk gracefully. Se-gun, who seems interested in one of the models at the fashion show, then runs to meet her. At the same time, Nan Hee looks annoyed that she has to do physical work backstage, which is very tiring, even though she had applied for a job as a receptionist who only needed to stand up and greet the invited guests with a friendly smile. While Nan Hee was watching the fashion show from backstage, she suddenly heard the sound of something snapping and realized that it was coming from the stage backdrop that was about to collapse. Nan Hee tried her best to hold the plank with her back as she called for help. Not long after, Se-gun, who happened to be nearby, came to help Nan Hee hold the plank about to collapse. Since the plank was too heavy for the 2 of them to hold, Se-gun then asked Nan Hee to get out of there on his cue so they wouldn't be crushed by the stage background board. Although Nan Hee was slightly scratched in the incident, she seemed relieved that no one was hurt. Nan Hee then asks Se-gun why he is helping her. Se-gun tells her that he helped her because he didn't want beautiful models to get hurt from being crushed by the heavy stage backdrop. Hearing Se-gun's words, Nan Hee then felt annoyed and sad at the same time, especially when he sees Se-gun approaching a beautiful model and seems familiar with the woman. With tears in her eyes, Nan Hee questions the world around her, which is full of beautiful women, but why only she is ugly? The scene then switches to the past, where Nan Hee first meets Se-gun as a painting model in a painting class. She turns out to have an extraordinary artistic talent and can paint Se-gun so well that it earns his praise. Because of that, Nan Hee fell in love with Se-gun. The scene then turns to the present. She is annoyed at Se-gun for only caring about beautiful women, then tries to tear the painting she made. But Nan Hee can't afford to spoil her own handiwork and then blames her mother because she was born like her ugly mother. Elsewhere, Se-gun is seen working on a fashion design where his friend, named Duke Chan, asks him why he rejects a girl when she is very beautiful. Se-gun tells that all women are beautiful, their beauty will fade over time, and he will get bored them instead. Even though Duke Chan doesn't really understand what Se-gun's words mean, he chooses not to make any further fuss and asks about the clothes Se-gun will design in a fashion competition. Meanwhile, Nan Hee is invited by her mother so they can be alone because her mother will reveal a very important secret about their family. Her mother then shows her a photo album containing past wedding photos of their ancestors. Nan Hee realizes that all the photos have something in common. All the women in their family are ugly, while the grooms are very handsome. Her mother revealed that their ancestors captivated the hearts of handsome men with a magic ring. Those who wears the ring will look beautiful and captivate the heart of the man she loves. At first, Nan Hee didn't believe about a magic ring that could change her face to be beautiful in the eyes of the man she loved. But out of curiosity, she decided to wear it. Her mother then gave the ring to Nan Hee, but told her to return it immediately before 5 o'clock in the afternoon because her mother still needed the ring to win her father's heart. The next day, Nan Hee ventures out to ask Se-gun for a drink, but Se-gun refuses the invitation because he doesn't drink with just anyone. Hearing this, she persuades Se-gun by saying that there is a beautiful woman who wants to meet him. Se-gun, who seems interested in meeting the beautiful woman, finally changes his mind and agrees to go out for drinks with Nan Hee. Arriving at the restaurant, both are engaged in a conversation. Nan Hee reveals to Se-gun that being an ugly person is always criticized by many people, and she is very frustrated by that. She tells Se-gun that from now on she will disappear from his sight, and as a last request, she wants Se-gun to put a ring on her ring finger. Without thinking, he puts ring on her finger. Se-gun feels the time around him has stopped, and he feels dizzy. After that, he sees a beautiful girl sitting in front of him, but he immediately collapses unconscious before seeing the beautiful girl more clearly. Next day, Se-gun still doesn't remember clearly what happened yesterday, including the beautiful girl sitting across him. However, when he sees Nan Hee, he doesn't see her as the ugly girl because in his eyes, she is a beautiful girl with a heart. Seeing a beautiful girl nearby, he immediately approaches her and invites her to get acquainted, but Nan Hee, who was too nervous about being close to Se-gun, didn't say anything. Se-gun looks at the name tag attached to the drafting tube she's carrying and looks surprised that he actually recognizes Nan Hee's name. However, he is surprised that Nan Hee acts as she doesn't know him. After that, Nan Hee met her best friend, a man named Tae-hyun, who told her that their best friend since childhood was going to Paris to continue their education. Nan Hee and Tae-hyun engage in conversations that are occasionally interspersed with jokes. Se-gun turns out to be watching them from a distance. At the same time, a girl named An-hwa comes to Se-gun to ask something. Knowing An-hwa is a close friend of Nan Hee, he asks her for Nan Hee's phone number. Shortly afterwards, he goes to Tae-hyun and asks him to stay away from Nan Hee, saying that he is interested and wants to date her. Tae-hyun looks surprised to hear Se-gun's words that a handsome man like him is attracted to the ugly-faced Nan Hee. He thinks Se-gun has bad intentions toward her and only play with her feelings. He meets Nan Hee and asks her on a date. They both went on a date where he buys a yellow dress for Nan Hee and takes her to a restaurant where they have drinks together. In the middle of their conversation, he asks about a girl who is good at drawing in Nan Hee's class, which girl is actually Nan Hee who once painted his painting. A panicked Nan Hee tells him that girl's name is Mi-ju. A few days later, Se-gun visits Nan Hee's house and accidentally sees her real face, which he calls Mi-ju. While in Nan Hee's room, he finds a familiar red journal. Next day, he asks her to come to his class, and he announced to everyone that she will be the model for a fashion competition that will be held soon. Hearing this, his classmates look surprised that he chose an ugly girl as his model. Nan Hee immediately refuses his request. When Nan Hee was walking alone, she accidentally met the real Mi-ju, her childhood friend. Mi-ju just got to town from Paris. She came to see Nan Hee and asked for her red journal because something important was in it. The story then jumps back 6 months to when Mi-ju bumped into Se-gun at Namsan Tower. Se-gun and Mi-ju feel a connection, and he gives his phone number, slipping it into her red journal. Se-gun, thinking Mi-ju is his ideal type, gets confused later as he sees two similar-looking girls, the real Mi-ju and Nan Hee. Se-gun later asks Nan Hee on a date and escorts her home, giving her rose-scented perfume that makes her happy. Curious about the woman at Namsan Tower, Nan Hee receives a message from Mi-ju to meet at a nightclub, only to discover Mi-ju's intention is to embarrass her in front of many men. Jealous of Nan Hee's intelligence, Mi-ju expresses her annoyance about her mother's constant comparisons. Nan Hee, upset, leaves in the rain without an umbrella. Se-gun arrives. Later, he suggests a photo together, making Nan Hee anxious about revealing her true face. Her mother assures that as long as she wears the ring, her face won't change in photo for Se-gun. Unexpectedly, Se-gun posted a photo of them on social media, declaring that he and Nan Hee are dating. The entire campus is in shock due to the news of Se-gun and Nan Hee dating. Nan Hee, new to the campus, becomes the subject of gossip as many believe she doesn't deserve to be with Se-gun. Despite the judgment, Nan Hee's best friend congratulates her for winning the heart of her dream man. One day, Nan Hee asks Se-gun to paint her face while wearing the ring. To her surprise, he ends up painting Mi-ju's face. Nan Hee, feeling sad and disappointed, leaves Se-gun upon realizing that Mi-ju is his ideal woman and the girl he met at Namsan Tower. Nan Hee tries to keep Se-gun away from Mi-ju on campus. Realizing Se-gun's ideal type is Mi-ju, she decides to end their relationship and shares this with Tae-hyun. Alone with Se-gun that night, Nan Hee questions why he's dating her. Learning it's because of the magical ring's illusion of beauty, Nan Hee feels sad. An argument ensues and accidentally fall into the swimming pool. Surprisingly, Nan Hee's ring slips off and falls to the pool bottom. Worried about Se-gun seeing her real face, she quickly leaves of the pool and hides. Se-gun, out of the pool, searches for Nan Hee but encounters Tae-hyun, who advises him to go home. Tae-hyun then goes to Nan Hee, where she shares everything that occurred. Sympathetic, Tae-hyun assists her in finding the ring at the pool bottom. Days later, Se-gun confuses Mi-ju for Nan Hee and gets mad. Nan Hee steps in, explains to Mi-ju, and asks her to pretend to be Nan Hee until she finds her magic ring. Mi-ju agrees to Nan Hee's request, as long as it's okay if she falls for Se-gun and tries to make him her real boyfriend. They start spending time together and go on dates. Se-gun soon notices oddities about Nan Hee. Shortly after, Tae-hyun gives Nan Hee the ring found in the pool. She thanks him, expressing her plan to wear the ring again to reveal the truth to Se-gun and then disappear from his sight forever. Shopping together, Se-gun and Nan Hee encounter Mi-ju. Se-gun gets confused seeing two Nan Hees. Mi-ju takes the chance to reveal Nan Hee's trickery by removing her ring in front of Se-gun. Se-gun angrily confronts Nan Hee, who admits to lying and apologizes. Disappointed, Se-gun deletes her number. The next day, they're chosen for a campus fashion show. Se-gun asks Mi-ju, Nan Hee asks Tae-hyun to be their models. Se-gun's upset because his mom can't come. They practice a few hours before the fashion show. Mi-ju, feeling nervous on stage, collapses due to her anxiety disorder. She asks Tae-hyun to accompany her to the hospital for support. Mi-ju can't go on, so Nan Hee asks Se-gun to be her model, and Se-gun wants Nan Hee as his. Se-gun looks great in Nan Hee's dress on stage, making everyone impressed. When Nan Hee steps on stage as a model, Se-gun realizes he's in love with her. Later, after some time without seeing each other, Se-gun visits Nan Hee's house. He asks her to let go of the magic ring, gives her a new one, and confesses his love. Nan Hee and Se-gun are dating. Before throwing magic ring, she wears it once more to look pretty for Se-gun. But he loves her as she is, with or without the ring. After letting go of it, they share a kiss. The drama teaches to be yourself. True love accepts you no matter how you look.